console verification of the game Mickey's Chase. Not Mickey's Dangerous Chase, the Japanese release, which was just simply Mickey's Chase. And we are doing that by taking a TAS from EZGames and Memory TAS and exporting it for Game Boy interface and then playing that back on original hardware. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch up Game Boy interface high fidelity with the Swiss launcher here. It's a little bit cropped, but it's cropped for the Game Boy game playback. And now we're in game. And what I'll do here is I'll take my webcam and spin it around so you can see it's playing back Mickey's Chase live on my monitor there. And you can see the GameCube with Mickey's Chase in it right here. And if I pull this controller out, no controllers, the inputs are coming directly from this SD card here. And
Kevin, you're a magician.
I am a magician, and now the game is still playing itself. It's digital magic. Oh, yeah, what's happening is the SD card is using, or the GameCube is using the SD card to feed inputs to the Game Boy player with Extreme's Game Boy interface, wiring all that up. And the basic concept behind it is we want to do that to verify that the emulator we were using is working exactly the same as it did in the console. So this game is really interesting from that perspective because the Gambate speedrun developers a while back had finished up most of our accuracy work to be able to play the Pokemon Gen 1 and 2 games the same way on the console and on emulator. So we could do things like RNG manipulation on emulators and then bot that out and send it to humans to do on the console. And when we got that done, we wanted to spread that work out into the rest of the speedrunning community and make it more broadly applicable for Game Boy games in general. So we took the improvements to Gambate Speedrun and shoved them into the BizHawk Gambate emulator. And by doing that, as people made new TASs, we were able to verify those TASs on the console and recheck our work against a broader library of Game Boy games. And one game that didn't work perfectly, there were really two that were outstanding issues when we did that. Pokemon trading card game still had issues, and this game Mickey's Chase still had issues. So Pokemon trading card game was fixed mostly by the use of flashing the SRAM to match the console, so using FF. That's a 255 in hex is FF. So basically just wiping the whole SRAM to be this constant state of a data with 255 in every pair of bytes. And also by updating the latest upstream Gambate made by Cinemas so that it had all of his improvements to the mainline Gambate emulator on top of our tweaks to make the Pokemon game sync up in the Game Boy player. Then another one that was still an issue after all that was this game Mickey's Chase. Mickey's Chase needed a fix to LCD interrupts because what was happening is Cinemas' emulator was treating Game Boy games as if they were being played on a Game Boy with respect to their LCD interrupt timings. So when you are playing a game, when a game's running, you might want to do something when it gets to a specific line of pixels and stop on that line and draw something or check if there's an enemy in front of you, something like that. So these LCD interrupts are really useful, and what's happening is there's like different timings of the interrupt between Game Boy and Game Boy Color, and it was using the Game Boy timings for a Game Boy game, even if we were wanting to use the Game Boy Color timings to match the Game Boy player. So by fixing those timings and doing the thing I was saying about the upstream Gambate improvements from Cinemas and pulling in our changes for the Pokemon games, now we have almost the entirety of the Game Boy library syncing between the Game Boy Player console and the Gambate speedrun and BizHawk Gambate emulators.
Just to interrupt real quick, this I'm gonna watch this level and make sure it's working properly because I'm kind of untrustworthy. We tried to get this to work before, but the incorrect file was being used, so hopefully this is the right one.
Yeah, we've had a couple issues with writing the file.
Yep, that's
properly.
okay. Okay, it worked. So this is the correct file now.
So we are actually using the latest version of the Mickey's Chase TAS from EZGames and Memory TAS.
Good thing we don't have to record that. We don't have to re-record that again.
Yeah. Don't you just love saying the same thing over and over again? I know I do.
I'm sure you have to do it. I mean, I had to do it. I have definitely had to do that when I was making a TAS tutorial last month.
Yeah, I definitely played this game myself as a kid, but not the Japanese version.
Right.
I remember playing Mickey's Dangerous Chase.
Yeah, this is one of my really young. This is one of the games I played when I was really young. So.
I gotta point out, those vulture sprites are probably like the best vulture sprites I've ever seen for the number of pixels they're working with. They've got like a, I don't know, 16 by 16 grid of pixels, and they've made a sprite that looks exactly like a vulture.
Yeah, this game is as far as like accuracy with the source material, it's pretty good.
And then you have Mickey Mouse, also, who looks like a cartoon mouse and nothing like a mouse at all.
Yeah, it's kind of cool how in the GBC version of this game, they made it so that Mickey's pants are red.
Yeah.
Either that was a coincidence or they somehow made it so that would happen.
I think that was intentional. I can't remember exactly how that gets wired up though.
Yeah, I don't understand palettes either.
The Game Boy Color has like a set of predetermined palettes to use with original Game Boy games, and it also has some method of determining which predetermined palettes to use with which games.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all just mapping the grayscale 4-color patterns onto actual colors.
Yeah.
So that each shade of the grayscale becomes a color.
Like, I think for Pokemon Gen 1, not yellow, but like the older ones, I think Pikachu is just white or something because they couldn't get yellow.
I'm not sure. In Red Blue, everything is red or blue, like literally everything. And then in Japanese Pokemon Yellow, it's still not in color. It's like this weird sepia tone. And then in American Pokemon Yellow, like the international release, so actually USA and Europe, those are actually in color. So Pikachu is yellow in those games.
Right. I'll have to look that up just to see what color he is. To be honest, this is probably a really good game to use for accuracy testing because it's a very simple game, so it'd be pretty easy to do tests with it. Not too much complex things going on.
It's not terribly complex as a TAS, and simultaneously, it has tons of like weird, quirky lag that wouldn't necessarily be emulated properly if you just treated the Game Boy exactly by the documentation.
Right. I did try to change this level up so he would do a bit of play around with the platforms, but I kept losing time because of that for some reason, so I just decided against it.
Gotcha.
It's like the ending of this level is pretty tight anyway, so I didn't feel like going through and fixing it.
What actually is the story of this game? Mickey's chasing Petey for some reason?
So Mickey was giving Minnie a present, but Pete stole it, and so they're trying to go after him to get the present back.
Ah.
So not only is this game simple in gameplay, but it's also simple in story. And spoiler alert: when they open up the present, there's a bird in it. That was the present.
Nice. That lag though. Nice.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful to see the TAS get around that, and that's verified.
We did it. That was last input.
Woohoo! Give me a high five from a giant distance away.
Yeah. Well, it works perfectly because we're both in Michigan, right? So we can do the hand.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have a webcam, but you can see me doing the UP thing.
Yeah, I'm here, and EZGames is like up here in the UP somewhere.
Right around the area between the thumb and the index finger.
Yeah. The classic 2 hands.
Yeah.
Michigan map.
Well, thank you, Ty Kevin, for doing this. I appreciate you, and I appreciate all the people working on Gambate. They've done some amazing work.
Thank you.
Welcome. I'm gonna head out now. See you later.
Cool. Yeah, thank you for watching everyone in the stream today, and thank you anybody left around in the TASBot lab. Produced by Chemco 1992, licensed by Nintendo, copyright Disney. The end. And there we go. That is the end of Mickey's Chase. Have a good night, everyone.